Alright, so this tier list is just overall usability. Um, Not purely just open field or kill points. So it can be used in events and other things like a trial of car walk for KVK or however you say it. Um, First of all, you guys are probably gonna hate me for this. I'm gonna put Moctezuma B. He's good for barb forts, like really good. You can pair him with almost anybody and be able to do really high barb forts. But at the same time, you wouldn't want to invest in him too heavily unless you are just an absolute whale. He's It's not good to put your heads in him. I wouldn't say. So he's all right. I wouldn't spend too much into him unless you just love barb forts for some reason. Honda, hate having to do this to Honda, but oof, he's gonna be at the bottom of B tier. There's some aspects you can use him in. For instance, I love Harold. I love Harold. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put Harold A. He's not super good anymore, but there's still ways you can use him. So if you pair Harold with Honda primary, because Honda's rage gain, you will pop his active skill more often, or not more often, but more before you pop the skill. So when you pop the skill, you like stop it from being used. So if you are like really weak or you're early game and you need some kill points and you have these guys, you can pop a skill out of your city when people are passing by and then go straight back in the city, especially if he's Honda's expertise. His expertise allows you to take 30% less damage 57 times when they do basic attacks. And I think it's his third skill. Actually, let me check. Yeah, his third skill, pretty much 400 extra damage every time you pop Herald's skill. So you're doing a ton of damage. What is that? If you're surrounded, that's like 1900 damage, and it can pop instantly. So you pop these guys out your city, hit somebody, go straight back in your city before they pop their skill off. I would say to avoid fighting people with insta proc because that can mess you up pretty bad. But there's still some use cases. Herald with where is he? Not this one. I'm trying to look for Ragnar, but I'm blind. So, but anyway, Herald with Ragnar, pretty good. Ragnar can literally siphon tons of people that are attacking you all at once with no limit to that. So if you throw him in a giant murder ball, which is not the best idea that you could have, he's just gonna siphon tons of attack, and he already reduces a lot of the damage. So Ragnar, Ragnar's honestly really good right now. I don't know if I'd put him SS, but he has a lot of people he can use with him. Scipio, Scipio's still really good. He's not absolute meta anymore, but you can use him with a lot of pairs and do pretty good. His 30% health reduction is still pretty viable, and he has a lot of skill damage still. Nevsky, oof. Nevsky's kind of fallen off a little bit. I'm gonna have to put Nevsky. I'll put him bottom of S tier now. He's he's still alright, but he doesn't have a lot of use cases. I mean, I guess if you could be reducing their defense if you're doing like an event as well, so that's alright, but it's better when he's surrounded. So Nevsky's still alright. You can definitely still pair him with a few marches. If you're like a Cav main, Nevsky's really good still. Joan, Joan's only really good with certain pairs like Nevsky. I wouldn't use her too much like for anything else other than open field. So she's kind of mid now. Aethelfled, see, she's not very good. She's good if you're doing barbs and you need peacekeeping for reduced AP. Sasau, yeah, same thing. Actually, no, he can do barb forts too. But he's not. There's barely any events that he'd be good in. He's definitely not good in open field, so definitely there. Flavius, I don't know how you say his name. I've seen his skills. They're decent, but they're not really good. I don't see anyone using him. I'm gonna put him B. Attila. Ooh, I would say Attila's still pretty good. Not as good as a lot of people now, especially since Hercules is meta for garrison with 30% reduced normal damage taken. That absolutely cooks Attila. Um, this lady, I'm not even gonna mention the gathering commanders honestly. Wu Zetian, or however you say her name, never really been too good. I guess you could still use her, but it wouldn't be good. Bottom of C tier. Minamoto. If you have Minamoto expertise, especially with his relic, he's still viable. He can do barb forts. He can do events with high damage. He has a lot of attack and defense with his relic now, so Minamoto's still all right. He can still be used in Season of Conquest if you're not a Cav main. You can still use Minamoto as like one of your marches. He's all right. I forgot what this guy's name is. He actually has insanely good defense reduction, but no one has him. I mean, there's a few people. I've only met like 3 people, and I've been playing since like 2019 that have had this guy. Um, Bottom of B tier. He he's got insanely good defense reduction, but he barely does any damage. Actually, no, I'm putting him in C. Barely does any damage. I mean, I don't even know what this lady's name is. A Manitor or something? Yeah, she's no one uses her. She's really bad now. Charlemagne, but he's no. I've never even seen someone use him. Artemisia. Artemisia's actually. I don't know. I want her to be good, but she's not. She's just not good. She's got to go and C as well. CJ, they buffed him a little bit. He's still pretty bad. I wouldn't invest in him. Ooh, Constantine. Constantine is honestly making a tiny bit of a comeback. He's got good health. He reduces the crap out of people's damage. He's good in Sunset Canyon because of the bonus, 10% less damage. You can pair him with Bite Key, I think. I don't know. I know they buffed him when they put him in resource points to where not only going your city resets it, but going resource points sets it or resets it, so you can get that healing again, which is I don't know why they did that. It's pretty crazy. But he's still alright, especially if you get his relic and his expertise, a whole bunch of stats to infantry. So there's definitely use cases for him. With Gorga, he's really good because of her expertise, I believe. Yeah. So I would research that if you're interested. Frederick, whew, man, R.I.P. Sounds good. R.I.P. Bertrand, they buffed him too, but he's also pretty bad. Yeah, I put him right here. He's pretty bad. Bobber, man, I love Siege, but he single target. He has good rage gain. He can rally, surprisingly. Siege is terrible at events. I'm a Siege main. Terrible in events. You barely any bonuses to their stats. You can't even do V formation if you're doing like Soroli Crisis. So I'm gonna have to put Barber down here. Oof, that sucks. Hercules. People keep putting him low. I don't know why. He's goaded. And he has an insane amount of health that he gets. He gets a goaded shield. Or not a goaded, but he gets a really good shield. He does damage, a lot of damage. He's very, very OP in Garrison. But you compare this guy with a ton of people, especially with Smite meta, like normal damage meta. He's reducing 30% of that permanently. Like, as long as you have 3 different troop types. Which sounds poopy if you're doing somebody like Ragnar. You want infantry. But you can literally just put 1,000 of the other troop types, and they really don't die that fast, and you can get the bonus. So he's really good. You can still use him. A lot of like higher power people still use him. Guan Yu, you can still use him. If you're like super heavy on infantry meta, or you're just like an infantry main, he can still be used. His silence is the best silence in the game, so he's still good in Sunset. I would say Guan Yu's still very viable. It's kind of hard to tell who to pair him up with though. He has good damage. His relic it came out, which gives him a tiny bit of bonuses. Definitely still usable. It wasn't a waste of an investment if you did invest in him. So yeah, he's all right. Charles Martel. Ooh man, he's got to go. I might put him bottom of A tier because he's still usable in a lot of ways. His number one skill has a pretty mid shield, but 30% damage bonus is good. His counterattack is absolutely nuts. He's pretty good still. He's got some decent infantry buffs, but his relic is nuts. 50% attack is absolutely nuts. I know there's some other bonus on there, but there's some people you can still use him with. Like Harold, for instance. The counterattack damage on that is absolutely ridiculous. You can just throw him in there and get tons of kill points. I wouldn't say that you're going to trade super good, but if you're like fighting lower tier people, definitely super good against that. But I mean, who isn't? Alexander the Great. He is still alright. He's still alright. I would put him B. The 30% damage taken increase from his expertise is actually still really strong. Might actually put him up here. But his only pairing that I know of that people are using him with right now is Liu Che. And now Liu Che has Bai Qi, which, by the way, Bai Qi broken. I don't care what you say. This guy's broken. His expertise is broken. You can throw him into a murder ball with his expertise when he gets low. Insane. Absolutely insane. I don't know why they did that. 10% more severe wound inflicted. Like, that's nuts. The lower HP he gets, the stronger he gets. Absolutely nuts. Don't get me wrong. There's still people that would absolutely clap him in certain scenarios. But open field, I think he's probably one of the best. Boudica Prime. RIP, bro. Nah, she's not down there. She definitely above Hercules. No one uses her anymore. All the troop types are changing, like the damage types. She has good damage, especially skill damage taken. Like, you could pair her with some people and still nuke people, but single target is not as good anymore. I don't know. I don't see anyone using her. I personally don't use her. I tried to. I got her 5-1-1-1, and then I realized that she's kind of falling off fast. That was a while ago. Chandra Gupta. This guy's really mid now. There's still use cases for him, but he was meant for rallying, and he is not good at that. Woodstock, man, I like Edward, but his rage requirement is absolutely poop butt. He's so terrible now because of that. If you're in season 2, he's good, but there's barely any use cases for him because of his rage requirement. He has really good archer stats, which, it sucks that is the case, but bro just nerfs himself. It's ridiculous. Cyrus the Great. Ooh, I'm gonna have to put him in B tier. He's not super good at open field. He's not super good at events, but if you're chaining barbs, still good. He has decent stats. I mean, he's not terrible. You could use him. I wouldn't. But he has some use cases for barb chaining. Wow, Genghis Khan. They need to make Genghis Khan Prime. I mean, bro's terrifying. Look at the history about Genghis Khan. Bro's just an absolute animal. But on here, he's pretty mid. If you're in season 2, he's pretty good. He's goated, honestly. Nuts. But if season of Conquest, he's useless. If you see a Genghis Khan on the field, he's gonna get eaten instantly. Gilgamesh, ooh. I have not seen this guy be used in like 2 years, honestly. I thought his stats were good, but he doesn't have a lot of use cases anymore. He's still alright. I'll put him bottom of B tier. Chadwiga, I don't see anyone using her. I don't know why anyone ever did. Her freaking garrison's kind of poop. Hannibal Barca, oh dude, SS tier, absolute best. No, I'm joking, this guy's terrible. $200 or something like that, maybe even more, for one of the worst commanders in the game, by the way. Henry's actually pretty strong still. He has really good stats, especially the normal damage reduction, which in Season of Conquest, I think pushes him up a little bit. If you say you wanted to use him with Boudica, you could, honestly. I don't think he's A tier because he doesn't have a lot of use cases. He does a lot of damage for when he came out, and he has good archer stats, but there's not a ton of people you can pair him with. Boudica's like one of the only ones I can think of off the top of my head. So he's alright. You could, if you still had him, you could use him for some stuff. I wonder how rallying would be. That would be interesting. I don't even know this guy's name, but I know he's somewhat alright. I know that people still use him. I think he's Garrison. Let me check. He's Cavalry Garrison, I believe. I'm blind. Yeah, here he is. 2200 damage factor. Is that single target? Oof. That is bad. That's really bad for single target. It's high damage though. So if you're getting rallied and no one's swarming you, which I don't understand how that would possibly be the case, unless you're just in like KVK, whatever. Decent stats. Buffs when it's garrison, so not really good open field. He takes less normal damage, which is kind of meta. That's kind of alright. The probability of that, 50%. Dispel, it's alright, it's alright. 20% cavalry health, that's decent. Yeah, that's good. 10%. I hate stuff with 10%, bro. That's so dumb. Bonus to normal damage. 8-second cooldown. Yikes. Let's see. Oh, way higher damage. So he has really high skill damage. But his stats are alright too, but it's single target. There's definitely way better commanders than this guy right now. Especially for Garrison. I wouldn't say he's bad though. He's... Honestly, I would put him in A tier for Garrison. If you're getting single target rallied, that's pretty good. Especially with some other people you could pair him with. Julius Caesar, yikes. I mean, you could use him with his relic, but I wouldn't. It's really bad. Leonidas, oh my god. Poor Leonidas. He's terrible now. Really terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put him down here in the... Honestly, he could be used for some stuff. His number 4 is really good. His expertise, honestly, is kind of poop. I don't know. But you could have used him. Mehmed. I made Mehmed before I got to like Season 2. I love Mehmed. His relic's good. His skill damage bonus is pretty good early game. He's really good early game if you're rallying. He has ridiculous amounts of damage when you're early game for rallying. And honestly... He's pretty good Sunset too, early game, but that's all early game. For early game, I would say he's A tier, maybe S tier, but right as of now, there's not a lot of use cases. You could use him to rally if you have no one else, so he's all right. He's all right. He will get smacked in Season of Conquest. What is this guy's name? Nebu. He is. Let me make sure I'm thinking of the right guy. I know he's an archer. Where's bro at? Yeah, Nebu, okay. Oh yeah. Forgot. He used to be decent and then he fell off pretty hard. I would leave him where I put him, honestly. Actually no. He's a little bit better than that. Oh man. RP Nebu, he's low damage, kind of bad stats. Like, he has counterattack, which I guess is alright. Zhu Liang, honestly, SS, he's broken. He reduces the damage of the people he's fighting. He has extra rage gain, insane damage that's AoE. Good stats. Bro's just kind of broken. If you're an archer main and you don't have him, you're actually tweaking out, bro. Ditto, I don't know how you say her name. She is honestly all right. She's all right. I wouldn't use her. I don't think she's meta at all. She's an all right garrison for archers. I believe she reduces the damage a lot though. So if you think that you need a ton of tankiness, you could use her. Mulan, she helps in stuff like Sunset Canyon, but besides that, she's kind of bad. I mean, if you have nobody else and you need some more buffs, she's all right, I would say. Pakal, A tier. I love Pakal. His number 4 is nuts. He gets 30% health too, I believe. It's 20 or 30. I believe it's 30, yeah, definitely. He's just broken, honestly. I would definitely use him if his skill damage and stuff was higher or his shield was higher. But the stuff you can do with the damage reduction with him is nuts. Especially if you want to pair him with somebody like Ragnar, where he's already reducing damage a ton. You can literally just reduce tons of damage, get the bonus counterattack damage from Pakal, and you would be siphoning tons of attacks. So you'd be out on the field more, having more siphoning, which is just nuts. Margaret, B tier. She's really good if you pair her with where is bro at? I'm blind. All right, Cordoba, yeah. Cordoba, honestly, S tier. He's really good. Best siege commander. He does tons of damage. Has insane stats. And actually, where's Gaja? Gaja up here too. Gaja's nuts. Insane. Well, he has 2,500 damage factor, but it's over like 5 seconds. So that's kind of sucky. But it's still a lot of damage. And plus, he has an insane amount of health. He has an insane amount of sustain from his healing. And a ton of... they both have a ton of stats like bonus ranged normal damage and smite damage, which is nuts. These guys on the field are absolutely menacing. Ragnar, old Ragnar, kind of the same as Julius Caesar. There are some use cases, especially if you have him expertise, where he does a ton of extra damage. But he only has like 2 skills that are useful, and the rest are just terrible. What is this guy, Ramses? This guy, or Thutmose? No, this is Ramses. He's terrible. How terrible? He's kind of this terrible. He's, for how late you get him, he's terrible. I wouldn't use him. Richard, Prime, or not Prime, the first. They need to add Richard Prime, actually. Richard the First. I think he's still useful in a lot of ways. You can pair him with Moctezuma. I've done this. Richard Primary. And you just heal so much. And Moctezuma, every time he gets hit with a skill damage from the Barb Fort, he reflects a ton of damage back. And you're healing a lot of the damage you do. So you're just reflecting tons and tons of damage over time, which allows you to do really high Barb Forts, especially with the bonus damage and the healing that he gives you, plus the healing he gives you, and damage reduction. Really, really good in my opinion if you want to do Barb Forts. And honestly, Richard is really good still. I think he's at least B tier in Season of Conquest because of his damage reduction. His healing is alright. The bonus healing he gets, or like the 30% bonus that he adds onto it, is alright too. Saladin, RIP Saladin. I think his skill damage reduction is honestly really high, but he's not super, super good. He has high stats too. You could use him if you have no one else, but I wouldn't say he's good. Sargon, man, RIP Sargon. He's not really good at all anymore. He has high damage factor and some decent stats, but 2,500 damage factor, like I said, with Gaja is high, but it's over 5 seconds, so you're going to get hit by their active skill, and they're just going to delete you before you can even get your damage off. And this is magnified way worse when you're melee. When you're ranged, it's alright because you're not getting hit with skills, you're not getting your damage lowered a ton, so you're still doing the insane amount of damage over time. You're still doing that. When you're doing it with him, you're going to get hit with skill and you're going to be doing less damage. Solomon, no one uses him. He's got good stats, but they're not really amazing. There's not a lot of use cases for him at all. Takeda, honestly, he has insanely high stats. You can use him, especially with Subutai now. Tariq's good too. He's a good rally in my opinion still. Theodora, R.I.P. Utmost, R.I.P. Tamiris, R.I.P. Trajan, he's still useful. What is going on in here? Yeah, where's Arthur at? Bro's broken. Arthur, SS, absolutely broken. Only if he's secondary. If you use Arthur or Huo Arthur, it's absolutely nuts. It's ridiculous. The skill damage on that is just so insane. Herman's good. You pretty much need to pair him with Zhu Jiang, in my opinion, for him to be super, super good. Liu Che. Oof. Yeah, I'd put him up here too, honestly. Liu Che is still insane. He has insane amount of damage, and his stats are goated. He reduces damage taken. He's just good. RIP, bro. He still has good rage gain and stuff. His damage factor's kind of bad now, though. William kind of fell off a little bit, but I still see people using him a lot in Sunset. I don't see him used in open field very a lot. XY, I wish XY has like would get a relic or something. He has insane rage reduction. Honestly, the defense plus rage reduction, or yeah, reduction is really good. He's a glass cannon though, so you kind of need to pair him with somebody who has a lot of health. YSG is honestly still alright, especially in Season Conquest. And we're not in Season Conquest, Season 1. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, he's pretty good. Season Conquest, he falls off a little bit, not gonna lie. Skill damage, his skill damage is good. His number 2 is alright. His expertise, really good for barb chaining, so you can use him for barb chaining. Also, I forgot, that's another reason why Richard's up here, is because he can barb chain. So, YSG, pretty good skill damage. You can barb chain. He's not super, super good, especially on open field. If you have him in Sunset Canyon or something, he's good. YSS. He has really high stats, but his damage for AoE is terrible. It's tragic. I don't know why they did that to him. His stats are super good, but that is terrible. Zenobia, pretty good garrison, but not at the same time. She has a lot of heals. You could pair her with somebody like Gorgo because of the normal damage reduction and bonus. Also, Gorgo, I'm going to put up to... She's going to be A tier. The reason I do A tier for Gorgo is her primary with by key is actually super nuts. It's broken. It's just, I don't even know how to explain how her thing works. I don't know why it works, but her with by key is really broken. She's also an insanely good garrison. Anti-swarm is nuts on her. Epirus, I don't know how you say his name. Bro's he's kinda mid. If you're using him in Season 2 or Season 1, I would say he's top of A tier. He has pretty good normal bonus stats. I don't see anyone using him in Season Conquest though. But yeah, if you're using him early game, I would say he's actually pretty good. Lapu Lapu, he is, honestly, I would say he's a decent garrison. Definitely. AoE, pretty big. Skill damage, pretty big. He has decent stats. I wouldn't say he's meta garrison at all though, but if you wanted to be creative or something and you wanted a garrison that has a lot of skill damage and some decent bonuses, he's pretty good. Ooh, Justinian, he's only good for rallies, but he's a good rally. I would put him bottom of A tier because of his rallying ability. Tariq, it can be used for a lot of stuff. High skill damage. But Justinian, pretty much his only thing is rallying. He's still good though. He's a really good rally. Belisarius, Prime, yikes. I want him to be better than he is. With the new crystal tech, He's a little bit better, I believe. I don't remember why that is, but I believe he's a little bit better. He's definitely better than like Flavius and stuff. He's got good skill damage. He's got good speed. He's got some decent stats. And he does more bonus damage to surrounded targets, which I think is alright. Ashurbanipal, or however you say his name, bro's an insanely good rally for, what do you call that? Archers, yeah. I would still say he's a pretty good rally. Yeah, he's a pretty good rally, definitely. You could use him to rally pretty big people still. I don't, Stefan, he's alright. He's alright. You could use both these guys for siege. I would say they're not as good as Gajamata Cordoba, but if you need another siege march for some odd reason, I don't know why you would. It's a lot of maintaining to do on the field. That they're still pretty good. They have really high skill damage. Scipio Aemilianus is a decent rally. I wouldn't say he's as good as Ashurbanipal. He's a pretty good rally though. And actually, look at the synergy between Scipio Aemilianus and Herald, because Herald with Scipio Aemilianus gives you pretty much free 75% attack, which is going to be really useful with this new crystal tech, because attack is going to be super low, and that will be one of the most sought after stats. Eleanor, honestly, she is alright for garrison. I think she's actually a little bit better than Lapu Lapu. She is cavalry garrison, so that's alright. Tokugawa, trash. I don't know why anyone ever uses him. No, I'm joking. He's... I think he's terrible, personally. I think he's a terrible garrison. For what he's supposed to be, I think he's not very good. He has pretty good smite damage and plus the shield, but his stats, his bonus stats that almost every commander has, you only get a % chance to get, which is ridiculous. What is that about? See, Cho Young, I think, is a decent garrison. I'd put him up here, actually. His healing is pretty good. His damage is not very good, though. He's tanky. He absolutely ruins the normal damage meta. So I think he's pretty good garrison. This lady's actually pretty good, too. She does really high damage still. This guy's useless. I don't... Actually, he's our... No, he's bad. Yeah, I'd put him there. He gets extra damage for rallying. Like, if you're a really early game and you somehow got him in the gold keys, you can use him, but he's not very good. William? Oof. I'd say he's high A. He has really good damage. He's extremely good for 1v1ing, but honestly, you're not going to be 1v1ing a lot. For events and stuff, Card Walk Trial, he can absolutely plaster them, so that's pretty good. I would say he's still pretty good for like low hard trial and stuff, so if you had a ton of infantry marches and you had him, he would still be pretty good. Philip's good too. Philip's pretty good. If you're using him Sunset Canyon, or if you're running all marches, he just buffs them so much, it's ridiculous. Sabotage for rallying, pretty good. He's pretty good. I would say he's up here. I wouldn't say he's SS, because his only thing is rallying. Most of his bonuses are rallying. You could use him for some decently high damage if you're doing like some events. So he's definitely good. Also, the reason these guys are up here is you can use Siege for Trial of Karwalk. I do it myself, and other events. You can just plop them out your city and then put like a main march that's like really tanky, and then just blast them with these guys. Pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, this is all based on how much they can be used. So this includes events, Sunset Canyon, just pretty much anything like that, plus open field. So yeah, Tokugawa, RIP. Don't know why they even added him to be that terrible. I don't understand why he's so terrible. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm sure there's some commanders in here that you guys would probably think are a little bit better because of some use cases. So with that, I mean, this is just my opinion. I've been playing the game for a decent while, but I don't have every single commander. I have most of them, but I don't use all of them like that. Just from what I've seen, this is where I would put them. I wish Honda was up a little more, but the only time I ever use him is with Herald, and I'm like popping out and just hitting that skill. So if you're like really weak and you for some reason have these guys, I would say it's pretty good. I love Herald. Brush pretty good. His counterattack is insane, but he's super squishy. They need to add a relic for him, and people would probably start using him a little bit. But yeah, I think this is pretty good. Ragnar could be moved up here, but I wouldn't say he's that good. Baikey's just broken. Liu Che might actually be slightly better. I'm not sure. The 10% severe wounds just makes Baikey ridiculous, and plus the lower health he gets, the higher damage. It's pretty good, but that's all I got for now.